Hey Phil, Captain. Morning to Mimi. Morning, Andrew. Good to have you here. Okay, so just looking at comms. So this is Sovereign Holdings. It's just released a press release about its debt, reduced its debt 80% year over year. When I say it's heavily shorted, that's probably an understatement. So we're talking 800% short interest, over 800% short interest. So there's a potential short squeeze can happen on this one. And just in terms of relative volume, normally does about 700,000 a day over the last 3 months. And today it's done over almost 2.5 million. So it's got good relative volume. It's highly shorted. It's up 28% already on the day. It's I got in for the pullback here. I looked for a bounce on the VWAP. It started to kind of consolidate there. I thought I'll take a little VWAP bounce. Very tight risk. If it broke the VWAP, I'm out. It broke the VWAP, so I got out. But this could have big volatile moves. It went up to 638 today, or 634. It's been up to 634. So I've no problem taking a position for a VWAP bounce. If it doesn't bounce and it breaks the VWAP, you've got a very tight risk. What you've just got to be doing with that is making sure that you adhere to that risk. Morning, Mike. Good to see you. Hey, Alistair. Afternoon to you. Good morning, Steve. Alberto. I hope you all had a great weekend. All right. We're just looking at a few things. So Clean had a move up today. So we had a look at Clean. It's not holding. So it's below the VWAP, below $2. So it's no longer of interest to me. We had XPON. It was Expion 360, again below the VWAP, so it's had 2 attempts up at the top, kind of 2 attempts at $4, rejected both times so far. I'm not saying it won't go there, but this is a continuation from Friday. It's below the VWAP right now, so probably not something I'm interested in right now unless it gets back over the VWAP. We've got Ocular Therapeutics. It's not really got the great volume that it doesn't have good volume on most days, but it's got less than good volume right now, so probably not looking at that. What else? That's about it, really. Not a lot else moving, guys. Morning, J Spec. Ed, I can check Ocugen. I can indeed. Or CGM. No. It's just barcoding. It's not doing anything. There's nobody trading it. It's not doing anything. It's just sideways. What? $1.11. The less than a cent in the range, and just not doing anything. So From an intraday perspective, no. From a daily perspective, it's looking weak. So if you look at this on the daily, or from a longer term perspective, it's looking weak. It's actually testing the lows that it did back in at the end of December. So Okugan, probably not what I would say is a great stock to be trying to trade at the moment. You might say that's a double bottom, but I'd say it's more like a double top, more of an M pattern than a W pattern. You've got an M, so that looks like it's probably going to break lows. So it's not doing anything at the moment, but when it does, it looks to me like it's going to break lows and probably sell off. So probably not something I would get involved in myself. Well, it's certainly not something I would get involved in myself, but there's no trade intraday, and even in the longer term, if you're swinging it, it's looking weak. If you can short it, great, but where you're going to short it to, there's not a lot of wiggle room there. Clean back over $2. I'm not so sure about that. Let's have a quick look again. Well, it's only $1.99, so why not? Back over $2 maybe. Oh, it's kind of sideways at the moment. It's not doing anything. It had this initial pop-up first thing, and then a little bit of a sideways chop. Really what we're looking for is back above the VWAP, so 210 or above. Once it gets back above the VWAP, starts trending upwards, then it can be of interest. And while it's sideways like that, it's what you're looking for are those A+ setups. This isn't an A+ setup, regardless of whether it gets back over $2 as it is now. It needs to be trending, so you want it to be trending. Morning, PMZ. Oh my goodness, top shipping. That old chestnut. Usually twice, 2 or 3 times a year this pops up and then hits you with an offering, and yeah, it's famous for that. When they start struggling with money, they'll have a pop and then they'll hit the market with an offering. And but let me just have a look. Why is tops moving up? Top ships. Top ships announces new time charter employment at very strong rate and updated revenue backlog of 280 million. That's not a bad catalyst. That dropped at the bottom of the hour. However, saying that that's not a bad catalyst, I'd wait for continuity. It's below my floor, so I won't be trading it. But yeah, keep an eye on top shipping. That might move today. Yeah, I think the problem with looking at the longer term trend when you're intraday trading is you're not taking into account the volatility of the intraday catalyst. If it's got an intraday catalyst, the 200 EMA, it becomes less relevant. Yes, you want to be looking at the daily chart for key support and resistance areas, or supply and demand zones as they're now being called. But key support and resistance areas. But in terms of the technical indicators, if you're trading intraday, you want to be looking at intraday technical indicators. If you're trading on the short term, you really want to be looking at the short term indicators, because that's going to help you kind of anticipate what the potential moves intraday are. If you're looking at the long term, then 200 EMA, it's certainly on the daily, is something that you want to be looking at for swing trades or for longer term trades. Or even investing. But the 200 EMA on the daily, if you look at going back on that, it's just not going to hold relevance from an intraday catalyst. You look at look at the price action for the support and resistance areas, the 200 EMA. People trading it intraday just aren't going to pay attention to it. Hey, monkey balls. Silo just popped up. Silo farmer announces filing of a patent for treatment of Alzheimer's. Ooh, that's deja vu. Yeah, tops coming all the way back down to kind of 140s, but we'll see what happens with that one. Like I say, you're really wanting the. That's one of the reasons I tend to have my floor at $2, because you've got the volatility of those lower price stocks. They'll make quick pops and sell off quickly. So I want to see that continuation before I take a position. And if it gets over $2, it's likely to have a little bit more stability on the moves. So, for example, Silo here, where it popped up to 350, it's down at $3 now. So does it fall below $3 or does it continue at 350? Does it move back up again? That's not to say that, I mean, if you look at top shipping, that's not to say a retrace. Once a stock makes a move in terms of to the upside, you've got to expect a retracement. It's natural movement of stock price. You move up, retracement, continuation. That's what you're looking for. The same way to the downside. It's a sell-off, rally, continuation. So you're looking for that pullback or that pull-up if you're onto the short into the downside. It's the continuation that's more important, which is why you don't want to be on the front. I'm not saying you don't want to be, but it's difficult or it's unwise to jump in and chase that first part of the move. You wait for the first pullback because you're looking for that continuation. That continuation is a sign of strength in whichever direction that you're looking at. So that continuation is what you're looking for. So the initial move up, that gives you the alert. It hits the scanners with that initial move up. You look for the catalyst. Is there a catalyst? What's the flow? What's the short interest? All of the relevant things that you're looking for. And then when it pulls back, that's when you're looking for that continuation, and that's usually the first entry. That first pullback continuation is usually a reliable entry point should you get that follow through with volume. Morning, Julie. Silo has just filed a patent. Not been granted yet, so that could be a little bit. Gets back over 320. Could be of interest. 320 is the first real resistance point on that move. Let's have another look at top shipping. See, exactly what I was talking about. Initial move up, retracement pullback. Now what you've got to watch for is if fill this a move up here, but then you've got to always be wary of the double bottom. So if it gets above 162 and makes new highs, if this makes new highs, it could be a sign of strength, but you still don't want to be jumping in thinking that this is going to break new highs, because you've already got a clear resistance here in 160, 163, and it needs to get above that to show that sign of strength. You're looking at it on the higher time frame. You've got the pullback on the 5 minutes, a nice little pullback on the 5 minute, and really nice entry, possibly 158 upwards. That's not financial advice. just looking at the chart and seeing what I would what I could be looking at a potential entry if I traded at this level, but I won't be touching it. So top shipping, made quite a bit of money on it last year, and got very close to getting stung a couple of times when they hit the offering. What was it, back in end of November? So just be careful with top shipping. Thank you very much, Julie. Yeah, comms pulled all the way back to kind of 530s, finding a little bit of support there. So I'll go back to comms, which is 800% shorted at the moment. So all the way back to 530s. I mean, its initial pop-up first thing, and then steady decline, and then it popped up again when it released the notification of its debt reduction. So I'm watching this for another break of the VWAP, but this time to the upside. I got in there for a VWAP bounce, didn't bounce, so I'll wait for the VWAP break to the upside, and this probably will get new highs. That's what I'll do is I'll draw a quick ray line down here. So that's the top to the two resistance areas. Let's see when it breaks that. That's all right. If you hit your goal, you've hit your goal, Vols. That's fine. That's, and the fact that you ran out of money now and you're over goal, it's dictating that you take the rest of the day off. Just watch the markets and enjoy. Go back to the sim. And Disney, I don't think you did ask me about Disney on Friday, but Disney, long-term, short-term, intraday. So Disney tends to follow the market overall. So it's a bit choppy at the moment, pre-market. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, there's not a lot happening with it pre-market. It's very sideways, but very similar to the overall market. The SPY is slightly up. But long term, I think Disney's good. I mean, they've got so many fingers in so many pies. They own so many studios. They've got the theme parks. They've got, obviously, merchandise coming out of the yin yang. Disney long term, there's not going to be any obviously all the retail chains and everything. I don't think Disney's even close to being in trouble. They're a good, for me. I'm bullish on Disney long term. They've got a great economic moat. They're very strong financially. They give good returns every quarter. So I don't think there's any issues with Disney personally. That's just my opinion. From a long-term investment point of view, from an intraday trading point of view, there's no trade there at the moment. So from a short-term day trade point of view, there's just not enough volume for Disney. But let's see what happens when the bell rings. Disney can have some good movement. When the market's running well, Disney's one of those stocks that will run with the market, but will very often have exaggerated moves. If the market moves upwards, say like 0.5%, Disney might move upwards 2%. So it very often will follow the market, but with exaggerated moves, like AMD does, or in some cases over the last week, like Meta has, and some of the other blue chip stocks. But right now, there's nobody trading Disney. Well, hardly any. Well, there is nobody trading Disney. For Disney, such a high float stock, big blue chip company, and there's only 90,000 shares been traded. So wait till the bell, see what the market's doing, and then trade Disney as if it's the market. It will move it alongside the market. Small accounts are challenging, absolutely. So comms now testing $5. So this once we had a little bounce here, kind of the $1/4, the 200 minute EMA. It's getting a bit of a bounce, but that's got a long way to go to get back up towards say this descending resistance. So I want to see this back over $6. I'll be interested if it's back over $6, but ComSovereign. What sparked my interest, aside from the initial spike up with ComSovereign, is the huge short interest on ComSovereign. It's over 800% short. So it won't take a huge amount of moves to you know get that snowball rolling. You too, Julie. That's a great day. That's a good green day for you there. Friday was horrible. Well, it wasn't horrible. There was nothing. It was just so stagnant. That's the best way I can describe it on Friday. I think I made $200 on Friday, which is probably one of the worst trading days I've had where I've traded. Not because I've had days where I've lost a lot, but the volatility's been there to cause me to lose. What I mean is that the volatility just wasn't there on Friday. It was one of those very crappy, do nothing, sideways, go nowhere markets, and it was difficult. It was one of those days you could have been sat at your desk all day and not seen anything move. And I know some people in the Day Trade with Tony Discord were sat there all day and saw nothing move. So I'm glad I went out and did my shopping. So we're getting a mover here. Very small stock, very small, very low price. So this is Valon Pharma. I'll take a quick look at what's happening with Valon Pharma, and then I'll take a look at MTC as well. Okay, so Valon Pharmaceuticals. Not seeing a catalyst for Valon Pharma yet, so I don't know if that's a reliable move or not. It is up quite a bit. This is 77% up on the day. So that's a big move. 82 cents from where it was down at like 46, 47 cents on Friday. So it's a big move, but I'm not seeing a catalyst as to why. So go figure. The other big mover is MTech. Take a quick look at that chart as well. Nah, this is below the VWAP, so it had its move up, sharp pull back, and it's just stagnating a little bit right now. Is there a catalyst on this one? MTech, I'm not seeing a catalyst on MTech either. So go figure. AMV, I can check AMV for you. Atlas Motors. It's done nothing but sell off. I mean, this is the one that had a really big spike there back in January. I think we got on this. It pumped up. It was September when this went up all the way to 200. Mental. I'll take a look as to what news catalyst there is for you. But this is looking very weak. It's not great volume, but it's selling off hard. So 12, nearly 13% down already. AMV. Right, okay. So on Friday, they issued no, it's Wednesday last week. So they've got initial offerings. They've got offerings out there, and they keep amending the forms. That's what's going on with AMV. So they've amended their initial offering again. So they keep amending the initial offering forms, and every time they do, it seems like it's selling off. So just be careful with that. Bio, interesting. Is that why it's moving up? I couldn't find a catalyst to say why it's moving up. I didn't watch the Super Bowl. I mean, it's on way too late for me. I was rooting for the Chiefs simply because they were the underdog. So I think the majority of neutrals were probably in the Chiefs' corner, as was I, just because they were the underdog. And fair play, it was a tight game. Not really my sport. I find any sport that's 80% commercials to be a little bit tiresome, but you know, fair play to Mahomes, because let's face it, Mahomes has been a great quarterback over the years, coming to the twilight of his career now. He's been a great quarterback. It's nice to see him get back up there and taking the top on us again. Just trying to see where I'm not seeing any catalyst since January. No specific catalyst since January for Valen. So we'll look. Keep an eye on that. Ooh, that's a big move. Well, this one's another big move. So a lot of smaller, lower price stocks making big moves. So Hyperfine. There we go. So Hyperfine announces FDA clearance for improved AI-powered software and expanded field of view for the Swoop portable MR imaging system. So FDA clearance for MRI system. AI. So everybody's just going to throw, press releases out there about we're incorporating AI into our, beef broth. Any excuse to put the words, the letters AI into their press release just to get a bit of positive press going. That's going to happen quite a bit over the next few weeks until the novelty wears off. It was NFTs 2 years ago. It was NFT this, NFT that. McDonald's had NFTs. Everybody had NFTs. Launching NFTs this or partnering with NFTs that. It's going to be the same with AI. It is the new buzzword. It is the new, big thing. So a lot of people, a lot of companies will be releasing BS press releases that are linked to some form of AI. So I'm not saying that this is BS. What I'm saying is that you'll see that more and more over the next couple of months until everybody gets a bit AI'd out. There probably will be a few hungover traders today, Don. I don't think it'll stop them trading. Going back to whatever Monkey Balls was saying about Tops selling off and pulling back, it does that. Tops it's got a reputation for being quite volatile and having big swings and big sell-offs, and you've got to be worried about this. Morning, Victor. So this had the move up, then swift pullback, but you can see it's now kind of narrowing. You're getting lower highs, higher lows. You're getting this narrowing pennant, narrowing triangle, if you will. So this is looking, it's up above the VWAP. So I would say this is kind of a little bit more bullish with top shipping. It does have the catalyst. It's up 17% up on the day. Not something I'll be trading until it gets over $2. If it gets over $2, which that's just my cutoff, as people regular to this channel know. But top shipping back in the momentum spotlight as such. Had some big moves back in October and again in December. Does this on a regular basis. Every year or so they'll pump something up. They'll have a good catalyst. They'll make some moves, and then for a few days they'll have quite volatile moves both up and down. So just be wary if this moves up. It's 17% up right now. It may go 30% up. If it does, look for the big moves down. Tops has a history of that. You're absolutely right, Victor. I said on this stream last year, I said, I just don't get NFTs. To me, it just sounds like a Ponzi scam. I just don't understand it. If somebody can actually talk to me about NFTs and explain why they're valuable, what the real world value is to an NFT, and it's not just a perceived value, then I'll be more than willing to listen. But until that time, I'm not getting involved in them. It just seems like a good way to launder money, and a massive scam. It's like the value is all about perceived value. It's what people are prepared to pay for them. There is no real intrinsic value to an NFT as far as I can see. Somebody educate me. I may be completely wrong. I may be completely ignorant. I would admit I'm completely ignorant when it comes to NFTs. I'm not bothered doing the deep dives. I just feel like it's too much of a dark area. It's an unregulated scam area. So, but if someone wants to educate me on NFTs, I'll be more than willing to listen. That's Tops. Valen is making big moves up. So this was like 46 cents on Friday, at the close on Friday. So this has made big moves, and I can't see it as a legitimate press release, press drop that's dictating this move. So just be careful. Well, that's a very subjective question, isn't it? What asset actually has real value? Well, that's a very subjective question. Does it have real world use? That's the thing. If you're talking about stocks and shares, you're buying a share with equities. You're buying a share of a company that's actually doing something. And for example, we're just talking there about whichever company it was that had the FDA approval. So there's real world value in the patents that they're putting forward. There's that's what I'm looking for, intrinsic value in the products they're putting forward and developing. Yeah, but that's what all it is. I mean, when we're talking about day trading, though, I'm with Matthew McConaughey. It's fairy dust. It's not real. It's a fagoozy. Absolutely. And that's the beauty of it. It is literally making money out of nothing. So you pay your entrance fee. It's like going to the club. You pay your entrance fee. You don't expect to get your entrance fee back. You go out and you have a good time. And if you get lucky, great, fine. You're onto a winner. Same thing with the stock market. You pay your entrance fee, and if you make a profit, fantastic. But you're making money out of nothing. It's fantasy. It's fairy dust, like I say. Or like Matthew McConaughey says. And if you don't know what I'm referring to, it's one of the first scenes in Wolf of Wall Street before Jordan gets his wings. His initial mentor was talking to him about how it's all just BS. Wall Street as a whole is just BS, and he's absolutely right. Wall Street's just one big illusion. Yeah, Clean's not doing anything at the moment. So Clean is under $2. It's sideways, slightly downwards, but it's more sideways than anything else. But it's just under $2. It's underneath the VWAP, so it's not doing anything. I'm watching a literal penny stock here at the moment, which is moving up in Vallon Pharma. Comes back up to the VWAP. This is the one that's really got my interest. Where is it? Here we go. This gets back above $6. I'm very interested. It's just the level of short interest on this is just huge. I'll tell you what I'll do. We've got a little under 22 minutes to the bell. I'm going to make myself a nice cup of tea and take a quick bio break. You watch to see if Sovereign can get over the VWAP. There you go. Now it's over the VWAP. And get over the $0.75 level. Pull back. Test the VWAP as support, then break new highs. High of this candle is 73, so that's what we're looking for. A little bit of an increase in volume would be nice. That's the test. What are you guys doing for Valentine's Day, guys? It is tomorrow, Hallmark Day. I need to move that out of the way so I can use my hotkeys, otherwise I'll spill bloody tea all over my keyboard. Don't want to be doing that. Can we get new highs here for a nice VWAP bounce? Bit of momentum. Looking for 74, 75. Probably not a good idea to get in at 74. $75 is the resistance area there, as you would expect. I'm looking for that break of 75 and a bit of volume coming as well. So that last two green candles have had higher volume as well. It's not some Valon now testing up there, breaking new highs. Valon put 95 cents. Oh, let's see. Can it get a bit of support at the VWAP, or maybe even the 20 EMA, maybe 550, the half dollar? No. It's got some volatility as this $5 stock. Some big swings both ways. So if you're going to be trading this one today because of the short interest, if you're going to be trading it, just be careful. Take your profits quick because it can reverse very quickly. And it's not adhering to any particular support and resistance rules. You're not getting bounced at any key levels or any key indicators or anything like that. It's just up and down. So just be very careful. Breaking lows on the 5-minute. And keep an eye on that. I've got that on the other chart, so I'll keep an eye on that. Back to Valon. So this is Valon up there at 92 cents. Top shipping is of interest. If it breaks $2, it's currently just consolidating along the VWAP at 150s. Not a lot of decent price. We had a recent IPO in Lyson. Lyson is this was an IPO last Monday, I think it was. It was either last Monday or the Friday week. Off the top of my head, I think it was last Monday. But it's been up to $5 already today. Not a lot of volume, but it's just hitting the scanners, so worth keeping an eye on. The majority of stocks that are moving with any kind of volatility at the moment are the real penny stocks. So if you trade that kind of stuff, good luck to you. I hope you're profitable. Which doesn't fit so well with my strategy, so I'll continue to watch 3 to 30 mostly. I will trade the mid and high cap stocks when necessary, but mostly it's kind of 3 to 30 is my sweet spot. 5 to 30 really, 5 to 35. So how was your weekend, guys? Were you watching the Super Bowl until the small hours? Top shipping breaking out. So I've been mentioning top shipping because of its it does have a history of volatile moves. Top shipping breaking out, breaking new highs. Up there at 167. Still not huge volume, but we'll see what happens at the bell. I used to ski, Paul. I don't anymore because of my bad knees. I can't, my left knee just won't take it. But I used to ski, used to really enjoy skiing. Austria in particular is a beautiful area for skiing. There's a resort there called the Heiligenblut, and that used to be one of my favourite places. I learned to ski in Aviemore in Scotland, believe it or not. You wouldn't think Scotland would be the best place to learn to ski, but yeah, that's where I learned. Been to Bulgaria. That's okay for skiing, not so much for hospitality. Horrible hospitality. But then again, hospitality, the manners and courtesy it's not the strength of Eastern Europe. I remember being in Latvia with my ex, and we sat in the square in the centre of Latvia, in the centre of Riga, and we ordered some. She ordered like I think it was a cheese toasty or whatever it was, and I ordered something else like a chicken tikka roll or whatever it was. And we got our drinks, and then it was about an hour later they brought my food. Obviously, I'm starving this, and I get hangry. You know, hunger is an emotion for me, so I get hangry. They brought my food, and I wolfed it down. And like 15 minutes later, they still hadn't brought hers. So I went in and like looked for the waitress, and I'm like, "What's going on with her food? It's over an hour. Mine was over an hour late. It was another 15 minutes, and we're still not eating. She's still not eating." She turned around to me, the waitress, she said, "Oh, does she still want it?" I mean, go figure. Sean Dyke masterclass. Oh no, Everton are just going to park the bus, but ultimately it's going to be the Reds. They've got something to prove. They need to put a streak together if they're going to. I mean, they're not too far off that top 4 spot. They've been in worse situations. I mean, a couple of years ago when we had the injury crisis, we were in a similar situation this time of year. We were in about 8th, I think, at the time. We put a run with 12. I think we had 12 games to go. Or was it 10 games to go? And we were in 8th, and the teams above us had games in hand, and we didn't just get into the top 4. We finished 3rd. So I live in hope. And so I think you've got a better chance of getting 3rd. United ain't going to keep this run going. They've yet to hit a sticky patch under Eric 10 bags. They don't care about customers much. You got that much right, Alberto, for sure. But Bulgaria's just the same, though. So, you know, although saying that, Hungary's lovely. You get good service in Hungary. But I mean, that's kind of different. I mean, down the Danube and whatever. It's there have been the Hungarians have been dealing with tourists a lot longer. So I guess you be happy with a trophy, Alistair. Forget fourth. You just be happy with a trophy. When you win that trophy next weekend after next, I think that could be the catalyst that sends United into free fall. Because the like against Leeds yesterday, they managed to win, but they didn't look good at all. And the same in midweek, they managed to draw, but they didn't look good. We've got 8 minutes, 7 minutes to the bell. Just over 7 minutes. I'm watching top shipping. We didn't get the whole breakout that we were looking for. What else was moving? What else was I watching? What are you guys watching? What is it? What do you guys want to see? Let's have a look at the overall market. So the overall market, I'll just do a bit of running commentary on the overall market. So we can see here straight away that whilst there's a sell-off pre-market on Friday, it came back very choppy, but it came back and made highs. So it was a very, very choppy day on Friday. It actually finished positive. A big sell-off on Thursday, of course. It's slightly up right now. I just don't know which way the market's going to go. I've not got a feel for which way the market's going to go. I'm thinking it might be a bit bullish today, but we'll see. It's underneath the VWAP on the 1. It's slightly under on the 5, but it's over it on the 30. So you tell me, is the market going to only can go 3 ways? It can either go up, down, or sideways. Which way do you think it's going to go? Let me know. Not a lot, no. I'm watching Com Sovereign really. I think if Com Sovereign gets back above $6, I think it could motor. If it gets above $6 at the open, it definitely will motor. Oh, you'll enjoy that. It's the most expensive pint of Guinness you'll ever have in Dublin. But it's a good pint. Don't get me wrong, it's a good pint, but it's bloody expensive. Better value is the Whiskey Museum. Alice, I don't know if you're a whiskey drinker, but the better value than the Guinness Museum is the Whiskey Museum. Don't do the Jameson's Whiskey Museum because that's just Jameson's and different. I mean, it's nice and it will have you on your back, but the actual whiskey, the Irish Whiskey Museum is probably better because you get multiple different types of whiskey in there, and that's good. But if you're not a whiskey man, it's probably not as appealing then. I'm not a big whiskey fan myself, but it's nice. Special occasions maybe. Yes, Raj. Yes, sir. Let's go back to So what would you like me to trade, Raj? Because you think I'm on here to entertain you. Would you like me to trade, Bitcoin? The euro versus the dollar? I can check Lucid. Yes, I certainly can. Lucid, very choppy, not really doing much, low volume. Intraday trading, very sideways. Intraday trading, not really. It's kind of just over around the $10 level, give or take 5-6 cents either way. It's not doing anything right now, Lucid. It needs a wake up. So let's see what happens at the bell, which is only 3 minutes away. So we're just waiting for the open. That influx of volume may well give us a bit of a push in terms of volatility. That's what's missing at the moment. We've had a couple of good movers pre-market, but they didn't sustain. And that's what we're looking for moves that's going to sustain, or they didn't follow through. So top shipping moved. It's holding its gains, but it's not followed through for the continuation. Clean. That's sideways. We'll see what happens at the bell. It's underneath the VWAP right now. We'll see. Exactly, Netraj. There we're talking about. Now you're understanding. There's no point taking a trade just for the sake of taking a trade. You wait for the right setup, and right now there hasn't been set up the last hour. A little bit of a pop there, but probably not enough. Xpon needs to get so Xpon needs to get over the VWAP. You see how flat the VWAP is? That's just a sign of sideways chop. It's not no real price action when the VWAP is just flat like that. When the VWAP's horizontal, it just means it's sideways movement. I don't trade commodities. I don't trade, well, on this channel, it's about trading equities. I don't trade commodities, futures, forex, crypto, anything else except equities. And I'm selective on what equities I'm taking. Top mover today. I'll switch that over for the open. We've got just over a minute left, so I'll put Com Sovereign. It's the top mover above $2 today. So over, like I say, over $6. This is of interest to me. Let's put a couple of horizontals in here for key levels. It's the high of day so far. That was the rejection level. So any of those two breaks, it could be of interest to me. Trade NFTs, absolutely. Has anybody got their the match attacks? Their Premier League? What's the trading cards? The Pokemon cards? I mean, that's what, to me, that's what NFTs are. It's just Pokemon cards in digital form. I really just don't get it. Like I say, if you're an expert, come educate me. I'll put the scanners over now. Switch over to the regular market. Let's see what the market gives us. Up shipping, selling right, selling off a lot. Actually, comms is selling as well right now, but tops, not silo, it's tops I was looking for. Top shipping, that pullback. I don't mind a pullback at the open. A dip and rip's nice on the 5 minute. This is looking quite bullish right now. There's a bit of a hammer candle forming, but it needs to be over the VWAP. VWAP's incredibly important to me to kill at the open. We've got that 575 is the first resistance level that we got rejected at. Then we've got 607 or $6 really. Let's see what happens. No worries, Raj. You're very welcome. I enjoy it. That's the point for me. So there's a bit of a rejection, and we find support at the VWAP, break the highs that we were looking for earlier. Bio B kind of halted, first halt. Vero, 30 cents, up 15%. Now it's too cheap. Twilo. Have a quick look at Twilo. That's 60 cents, whatever it is. So that's selling off hard. Valio. Down it's under $62 now after a big move up, rejected at 65 pre-market. How's the market? Talking of the market, let's have a look at the Nasdaq. That's a hard sell. Oh, bit of red to start the day. Coinbase, is Coinbase moving up, is it? Take a look for you. Coinbase selling off. Coinbase selling off hard. And it looks shortable, but then again, so's the market, so we might get a bit of a dip and rip. Clean selling off down at 181s now. Alan testing a dollar. Valon Pharma now up over $1. Broke that whole dollar level. Needs to hold it as support or make new highs. Yeah, so there you go. Valon breaking highs now, so that's looking quite strong for a penny stock. And the reason I'm looking at penny stocks is because there's not a lot else worth looking at right now. Not a lot else moving. If you look at the momentum scanner here, there's just no volume. If you look at the volume, there's no volume on any of these momentum stocks. Valon halted to the upside. Oh, we're getting some volatility now. Another halted to the upside, it looks like. Yeah, but there's no volume on that either. Yeah, that's can't trade that. That's just no. Oh, this is an ETF that's against Tesla. This is the inverse Tesla. So this does the exact opposite of Tesla. So if you want to short Tesla but you're in a cash account, this is the one that you would look to. So TSLQ. Ocular Therapeutics, not really breaking out. It's just broke the pre-market highs there of 467, but then swiftly rejected. Seeing that a lot of late, where you're looking for a gap and go, and it moves up, breaks the pre-market high, and then swift rejection. But you're not getting that continuation that we really want to see. Yeah, absolutely, Igros. Top shipping up at 160s again. It's testing that pre-market high level of 167. Just want to see something nice, something really set up nicely for me. The momentum scanner is basically telling me that there's nothing got the volume to trade right now. $485 high of day. Ocular. Oh, what's happening with Big Bear AI? That's just vomited at the open. Top shipping, testing that pre-market high in a moment. 165 right now. Yeah, I wouldn't touch this. It's just not. It's not got the oomph in terms of momentum. Anybody else seen anything worth watching right now? I'm just not seeing any volume with anything. That's the problem right now. Let's have a look at Ding Dong. Ding Dong. It's not great volume, but it's moving up. Is there any reason for it? It's kind of 2x volume. All right, so Ding Dong had earnings this morning, so that's why that's moving up. But again, it's not got the volatile moves that I look for, that I want to see. So I'm just going to sit on my hands for now, wait for the right move to come along. Let's go back to Ocular. That's not. So that got rejected at 485 twice. Coming all the way back down to the VWAP. Popped up at 170. So right now, I'll just wait for the right opportunity. Patience is probably the most important part of day trading. Just wait for the opportunity. Something during the course of the day, something will show up and it will present itself. And if you're in the right place, if you're waiting, if you've not got your equity tied up in something else that you shouldn't have put it in, then you've been nicely placed. But up until then, let's have a look at Fastly. It's not exactly got a high relative volume yet, but it's moving reasonably well. Okay, so Fastly shares trading higher after B of A Securities upgraded the stock from underperform to buy and raised its price target from $10.50 to $16. So Analyst rating. Not sure how reliable that is in terms of a catalyst, but extended right now. Need a nice little pullback. Here we go. This might be it. Yeah, Lucid. I'll take a quick look at Lucid. Lucid dip and rip by the looks of it. It's at 990s. I'll come back to that in a moment. Sold off under reasonably heavy volume, and then it's starting to pick up again under lighter volume. That's Lucid, but we'll see. So Fastly, $16 target today? I don't think so. Just looking, trying to get 10 cents on this one. Range is 14, so if I can get 10, that's a result. ATR is currently 14, so if I get 10 cents, that's a result. Current high of day now is 83, so I'm looking for 85 on the bid. Possibly gross. I'll take a look. Tom's making a move back up. That's a nice little pump up to 530. If it can get back up over the 550 above the VWAP, I'll be interested. VWAP's a key area for it. Right. And we're going to get the move up now. Fastly. New high of day, that'd be nice. That's what we're looking for. High of day is currently 83, we're looking for 85. VLON resumed, it moved up, then pulled back, and now it's moving back up again. So that's Valon Pharma. Up at 117 right now. Testing 120. Lucid, just gone green on the day. So you're looking for Lucid. That's just gone green on the day. Lucid up at testing 1010. lock in half. Lock in the other half. That gets me break even on the day. I'll take, so I'm just 500 on Fastly, 500 on 500 against on comms, which only enough. I think somebody said it's looking to try and move back up, but no, it needs to get up to the VWAP. If it tests the VWAP, then we're looking at testing the high of day, and if it tests the high of day, we're looking at $6. So I want to see it get over $6. I wouldn't say that's any kind of double bottom, triple bottom, or any kind of other bottom at the moment. Go back to Lucid though, just for its popularity on this stream, it seems. Just because it made that big move up last month that we managed to take advantage of live. Lucid up at just breaking below $10 again. It's gone red on the day again now. So make of that what you will. Back to Fastly. Testing $12, which is I didn't really want to be in. As it buys $10, $12. Gets over the whole dollar, then great. I might look for another entry. Expect quite a bit of resistance up at $12. There's a big seller wall there on the level 2. If you're watching on YouTube, you can see that. And so we're getting up to $11.99. You saw the level 2, and you can see that there's a big seller wall there at $12. So gets over 12, it'll be interesting. Needs a big volume candle. There's not a lot else moving, guys. I mean, even Fastly's not got great volume. It's 4.5 million shares on Fastly, but that's only 1.5x relative volume. So whilst it's having a decent volume day, I wouldn't say it's you know, having a huge volume day. Top shipping breaking highs up at 175 now. Top shipping up there at 175. Let's have a look at some of the larger stocks that are down on the day today. So Tesla's down quite heavily, 3% down on the day. We've got Amazon, it's choppy sideways, and there's an argument for inverse head and shoulders there, but it's a weak argument at best. Although it is breaking out now, so that's Amazon, AMD, similar kind of pattern. Let's have a look at the actual market. So the SPY making nice moves up. So it's it's gone past the pre-market high. It's making nice moves up. Will it get over 410 today? It's at 409.70s. Will it get back over 410? You tell me what your thoughts are, guys. Well, Fastly broke $12 briefly, so This is comms. It's an argument for a cup and handle here. We need the breakout here over 540. So over the VWAP could be interesting. Let's have a look at Fastly again. Fastly broke $12, quick rejection. So is it going to go up and get it again? What's stopping me from entering trades is just the lack of volume on these moves. I mean, even Fastly, I wouldn't say it's high volume, but most of these moves just don't have the volume. I mean, last 15 minutes, Fastly's like 1.2 million, which is not bad. Just a little shy of 100,000 a minute. Oh, top shipping's looking strong. Tops. Oh. Good to have you here, Scott. If you press the follow button, you'll find me. Right, just top shipping's probably the most right now. Top shipping up at 180s now. So if you were in this from 160 when it got over the VWAP, made new highs, you'd be having a nice nice trade, 20 cents. Well, it's a quiet day at the moment, so I'm just going to take a quick bio break, and I'll be back at it in a couple of minutes. The best of the worst stocks, yeah, absolutely, Volt. That's like I say, I'm not trading it unless it gets over $2, by which time it's probably going to be way too extended for me to contemplate a trade with it. But if you're in it and you're making money, great, good on you. I'm glad if this stream has helped your profitability. Right now, I'm just waiting for that one stock that can get me to goal. I'm not seeing anything right now. Nothing with the volume. I just need something with good volume because that's what's missing. Monday.com. Let's have a look at Monday. They have earnings today. Testing that pre-market high. 147.89. Yeah, at 148 level. Yeah, it's still moving up though. Yeah, so Monday had decent Q4 results this morning. Let's have a look at Fastly. We're going testing that $12 retest of $12 maybe. First pullback on the 5 minute. Microsoft breaking highs. Well, the market in general is having a good time. The blue chips, the S&P 500 is having a great time. The NASDAQ, the tech stocks having a great time. So this is the S&P 500. It's currently 0.5 percentage point up. Even better is you've got the NASDAQ, which is this is the Qs. This is effectively the NASDAQ tech stocks. This is what 0.9% up, so 0.9% up. So yeah, the market's acting a little bit bullish right now. So it looks like not only did we break 410 on the SPY, we're going for 410.50s at this rate. So yeah, bullish day. Let's see if we're going to get some bullish movement on something else. Lee Autos. Option alert from Benzinga. '24th of second earnings. Well, that's Lee Autos. What about XPEV? Peng. That's moving up. Very similar fashion to the market. So yeah. Maybe look at some mid and high cap stocks if I can't find any of these lower float stocks to move. Billy made a nice move up. After all this chop at the open, finally broke out. Now it's pulling back a little bit. What about Alibaba? Alibaba gapped up, but a big sell-off at the open. It's coming back round again. Yeah, that's what's missing, Cedric. Is I'm looking for moves, and I'm seeing some decent moves, but not with good volume. That's the problem. And some of these, I mean, look at how choppy this is. I mean, we're talking 20-cent swings, 25-cent swings, moving up, but it's very choppy. No real clean moves. Fastly was probably one of the cleanest moves that we've seen. Top Shipping's had a nice clean move up there to 190. Finding it struggling a little bit there now, ready for a pullback. Amazon breaking highs. No clean moves right now, so let's have a look at some of the meme stocks. What are they doing? So AMC's up, still red on the day, but it's trying to make a move up. Did a bit of a dip and rip in line with the market. Bed Bath & Beyond. Oh, that's Best Buy. Mr. B out. Bed Bath & Beyond just still selling. So that's not even remotely interested in what the market's doing. Bed Bath & Beyond is finished. They rug pulled themselves yet again. Kind of shoot themselves in the foot when they keep doing it. So it started to move up, got over $6. Offering, rug pull. Yeah, so Don't know why. It probably wouldn't get as much interest if it wasn't one of these meme stocks. You know? Now we've got a double bottom on Sovereign. And this is a double bottom. The argument for that alone to be a double, but this is more of a double bottom. If you look at this on the 5, or even on the 2, it's a little bit cleaner. You've got a double bottom there. Still breakout level at 540, so I'm still not touching this unless it gets over the VWAP. If it gets over the VWAP, yeah, we can talk. But Sovereign kind of not really doing much. Heavily shorted, very heavily shorted. I don't know how it can be how anything can be more than 100% short interest. It's beyond me. That means that there's more shares borrowed than actually exist. So that for me is market manipulation. But what do I know? I'm just a fat guy on the internet with an opinion. But this level of short squeeze, this level of short interest is right for a squeeze. It just needs that one trigger, that one catalyst, push the price up slightly, get this up to like $7-8, and shorts are going to start covering in the droves, which will push the price up, force more shorts to cover and get liquidated, or whatever positions get liquidated. So yeah, AMC is not doing anything. Some therapeutics. Yeah, just move up, but not really doing much. Let me know, what are you watching yourself? Are you seeing anything? Is there anything you want me to put on the screen? Nothing really. Yeah, it's anything that's over 100% short is just ethically wrong in my book. That's where you've got all these synthetic shares. So people have got borrowed shares that they're shorting them, and also that broker that's the borrowed shares from is lending those shares out again to multiple other individuals. Like, okay, I've got, you know, 500,000 shares to lend. I'm going to lend them out 5 times over. It just makes no sense. Okay, so this is TG Therapeutics. It's not doing anything right now. Very sideways, low volume. But you know, good luck. It's had a good 2023 so far. Popped up over the new year. It's moved up from under $10 to almost $20. So it's moving up steadily over the course of the last couple of months. But it's not doing anything today. From an intraday perspective, it's not doing anything. Meme stocks seem to be going green at the moment. This is APE, which is AMC. It's the AMC gimmick stock, and then you've got AMC themselves. So looks like AMC is trying to go green. Oh, missed exponential XP on 360. A nice little pop. XP 360. Still got a way to go to the pre-market highs, but it looks like we're getting a bit of volume there. Quarter million shares on that last 1 minute candle. Again, it just lacks volatility. It's just not getting the follow through yet. one of those days, I think. We're going to get something moves and it's just going to take off. Just about being in the right place at the right time. Unless this is not the right place, or it's not the right time, either which way. Oh, killer's just, it's moving up, but it's just choppy and not really giving it that sustained momentum that we want to see. Well, anybody else? Are you getting on? Are you profitable? It's a scratch day for me at the moment on the main account. So I'm doing better on the small account than the main account. A couple $100 on the small account. That's it. So this is okay. So this is Tech halted to the upside, gapped up, halted to the upside, gap down. So this has got a bit of volatility at a little over $1. I like these lower price stocks, currently just under 50% up on the day right now. Started off the day at 71 cents. Closed out Friday at about 71 cents. Yeah, Phil, after fees, I'm slightly in the red, but I would rather just sit on my hands and wait for the opportunity than take a trade that's not primed to go my way. I suppose that's what we all should learn to do, is be patient. XBeyond 360. And a bit choppy here. But it had a nice little move up for 5 minutes, 5-6 minutes there. There's a bit of volatility in there, I guess. We've got, what, 10 cents on the average true range on the 1 minute. Yeah, we're just struggling to get any kind of sustained move. Top shipping got a double top M pattern, so I would stay away from that. Well, I'm going to stay away from that. You do what you want to do, boo-boo. Just being patient right now. Goodness. Ow. Ape stock moving up. Yeah, not feeling that either. It's the lack of volume for me. I'm just going to clear out some of this crap here. So if it's not, we've got 100k, I'm not trading it. And if this has not got 750k, I'm not trading it. Let's clear out some of the wheat from the chaff. Still, there's quite a bit there that just doesn't look like it's doing much. I mean, we're talking like 3% move. Not really something that you can worry about. Yeah. Okay, guys. We've got a while to go yet. This is just a bit too choppy to find just doesn't look like it's ripe for a setup. Not from my back anyway. Although Fastly looks like it could be coiling under $12. Flat top on Fastly. We're going to get a breakout here. Current high of day is 1206. Did he slow to the trigger? I'm in at 1213. I'm looking for it to test 1220, 1225. Super Bowl paralysis, Don. You know that could be a real thing. We'll see. Let's see. Can we get some money on this? We're going to get the follow through. That was a lovely big candle just to break that resistance wall. Good volume candle, like almost 500,000 shares, for 400 and whatever million, 400,000 shares in that last 1 minute. New high of day. This is going to be a slow burner, I think. Not looking too bad, but it's needs to hold the whole dollar for me. It's been holding that 75. That's where I found the support here. So I'll put a little horizontal in there. 1180. E level. Was resistance now, then support. So we'll still look for. This 12. Just in this for fun, I guess. Well, the momentum scanner's just dried up. There's only 3 stocks on the momentum scanner. There's only one with any kind of volume. We're going to get another push above $12. It's coiling nicely under $12. And missed the break. Very bad fill at 12.13. That's an argument for setting limit orders to execute as opposed to trying to hit it with your hotkeys. I don't, but some people would say you set your order above the resistance level, and once it breaks, you're going to get filled. I mean, you get slippage, of course you will, but the likelihood is you're going to get filled a lot quicker than trying to hit it with your reflexes. This is where it found support previously, so this is what we're looking for. Back into the consolidation area. Alright, Fastly, come on. Sort your life out. So second biggest gapper on the day after above $2. So come on, sort yourself out. You need to have a continuation. Not the strongest catalyst, to be fair. Upgraded analyst ratings. So. Oh, it's not like I've got any place to be. This candle makes a new high. That's what we're looking for. Hey guys, still looking for this move up. Falls below this level here. This is where we're getting out. We got support here before, so we will be getting out shortly. Get back up over 1180. The volume's just died out on this sell-off. There's just no volume on this sell-off at all. Half off. Add that back over 1180. No, get it. That's the VWAP. Broke the VWAP. That was my cutoff. Oh, top is above $2 now. There we go. Top shipping above $2. Looking strong. Still waiting for that one big mover. Right now, just isn't one. Top shipping is looking stronger. It's a bit extended up here, but we'll see. What else? What else are you guys looking at? Anything? Nothing? Right, the market seems to be going sideways a little bit. Let's have a look at some of these larger cap stocks. Microsoft, inverse head and shoulders formation, possibly. AMD, very choppy. No, you can't really trade that. Let's have a look at Nvidia. Nvidia is very choppy at the moment. Meta. Not really seeing much in terms of their high series coming through right now. Yeah. Right, it's on the VWAP. Question is, does it get over this previous resistance come support line? Or is it now resistance again? Fastly, just after I get out, it reverses. Ain't that always the case? Valon Alberto's been moving well today. To be fair, Valon Farmer. I'm starting to looking for get over the VWAP. Starting to wake up. This can break the VWAP. Could be interesting. Let's say high short interest. Tops looking like a reversal. I wouldn't trust tops at the moment. Needs to fill that wick up. This needs to get over the VWAP. I'm going to trade it. This music is horrendous. That's better. Well, Sovereign. If it gets over 550, it might go. There we go. got some volatility now. We've got green on the ticker. We just broke the high of day. Made a new high of day. $6 is the $6.02 is the halt level to the upside. So we've got quite a way to go before that happens. $0.15 on the average true range. Let's see if we can get over $6. It'd be interesting. Potential short squeeze this, by the way. It's getting a bit rangy. Previous resistance line from pre-market looks to be being adhered to at the moment. Finding a bit of resistance up there for 585, 590. This is Sovereign Holdings. It reported pre-market that it had reduced its debt by 80% year over year and is 800% shorted. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that something can be shorted to such an extent. I think it's scandalous. I think it's borderline criminal. Shouldn't be allowed. In fact, it's not allowed. It's actually illegal. This naked shorting is an illegal practice. But you can, as can clearly be seen, it happens. Who put this playlist together, Tony? It's terrible. Yeah, that's what happens. Bounced on the VWAP, came all the way back up. It's the VWAP I got out at, but there you go. Oh, you've got to draw the line in the sand somewhere though, .net. Yes, comms is shorted over 800%. Why I'm holding it right now? Looking for some of these shorts to cover. $841.77% short. Announced an 80% year-over-year reduction in outstanding secured debt. So they're reducing the debt, which is why they were so heavily in debt, which is why they were so heavily shorted. They've reduced it by 80%. So obviously the market's taking that as a good thing, but we need to get over $6 and then this will take off. 800% short is just wrong. You should not be allowed to short more than 100% in my book. I mean, essentially what you're doing is you're trying to force the company into yeah, they were heavily in debt, Clubberty. That's the whole point. They're heavily in debt. And they've just announced today that they've reduced the debt 80% year over year. So they've cleared off the majority of the debt that they had, which, given that they're 800% short because of the levels of debt that they had, is actually quite a good news. But saying that, the market has to, you have to get some of these shorting bears to cover. And the best way for that is a bit of some of the bulls to step in and get and get this over $6. This gets over $6. This is probably going to go up to a lot higher. I mean, this was $12, but almost $12 back in January. It was $32 back in June, July last year. So it does have form, and it does have form for some big swings to the upside and downside, for that matter, intraday. It's on the short sale restrictions list right now, so it's heavily shorted, and if the bulls step in, people can't. It's going to be difficult for people to short it again because it's on the short sale restriction. So that's another thing. But if we can get the shorts to start covering, that's the whole point of a short squeeze. I'm in quite heavy on this one right now. Looking for a bounce back up towards the highs there on the VWAP. That's why I took some extra position. I look for a bounce on the VWAP, which is why I added to the position there. Normally you get the bounce on the VWAP, usually happens fairly instantaneously, so this is not happening straight away, but we're not far off. Back up to 570, and we'll be back in business. Over 590 to $6, we'll be back in business. Bit of good bullish volume here now. All the Wall Street bets guys are probably looking at this as well. But put it into context. Why is this? How do I know there's a lot of people watching this? Well, it's over 10 million shares traded already today. Over the last 3 months, it's averaged 716,000 per day. So there's a lot of extra interest on this today. And a lot of that will be retail traders, as well as the people that are trying to short it, but can't because it's on the short sale restriction. Well, the whole AMC, GME, the shorts, it's a dirty practice. The problem with it is how do you police it? How do you stop people going short on it? I mean, it's the brokers and market makers that permit it. But, you know, when it's hard, when something's hard to borrow because there's no shares available, that should be fine. That should be the end of it. But you shouldn't be able to borrow the same share more than once. If you're borrowing the share to short it, you should be the owner of that share, and you shouldn't be able to lend that out yourself, and etc., etc. Unless if you lend that share out when you borrowed it, you shouldn't be able to short it yourself. And that's the problem with this whole synthetic shares business. Naked shorting, you know, shorting stock that you don't actually have the shares borrowed for. There's going to be, I'd have to have a look at the data on failure to delivers on this, because there must be loads of FTDs. Now I'm taking a punt here because of how heavily shorted it is. It could go drastically wrong for me as people take profits and sell. But we'll see. And get over 670. That should be good. Oiling at 665. 565. If we can get over 570, not 670. 62 on 65 on the ask. 66 on the ask. That's a slightly higher high. Don't get a breakout on this next move up, I might just start unloading myself. Because if you look at the volume here, the volume here has just died out on this big red candle. There's no volume, so if we get back over 570, 575, we might see an increase in volume, but we've just not got any the increase in volume. I got in here as we brought the VWAP, the break of the VWAP. You see the volume came in on that candle, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the volume for the breakout. So it's just coiling at that 560 level. It's funny that this resistance line that I drew pre-market, how it's adhered to it. Who says technical analysis doesn't work? Heavy on the VWAP here, and that's what I'm a little bit concerned about. If it breaks the $0.50 on the VWAP, I could see it come crashing, and I've got 20,000 shares here, so I'm kind of a little bit exposed waiting for this run up. But the lack of volume is causing me concern. Well, it's like playing a video game, isn't it? You start looking at the charts, looking for the patterns. It's and the only reason that the pattern breakouts work is because the sheer amount of people that believe they work. So it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. Retail traders, or particularly retail traders, are looking for key levels, support and resistance, supply and demand, whatever you want to call it. Getting concerned here now. Where it came down to previously on this candle. Where's my cursor? 44, low 44. I'll have to start unloading shares now. $5.59 on the ask. Can we get over 560? Get back up to the profitable levels. We're 3 cents away from the ask. $0.06 on the spreads. 5-6 cents. Fastly didn't hold, didn't break, and just kind of double topped. Fastly, whilst it came all the way back up, it did double topped. So it's now kind of consolidating at $12 again. How am I doing, Super Chip? Well, I'm 2.5 grand in the hole at the moment. 3k unrealized. And this is looking very distinctly bearish at the moment. I'm caught in a consolidation trap here right now. I should have got a full amount up at the top at 580s, but I held half the position. I should have unloaded the whole amount. Up here at this resistance level that I'd drawn pre-market, that's where I should have unloaded the whole amount. When will I learn? This could still break upwards. A nice flag formation on the 5 minute. $56 on the ask. $57.59 on the ask. And we get it this time. Looking for the break of 560 for the breakout. There's 561, 562 or 63 on the ask. Are we going to get the breakout? That's the question. It's trading within the range, but it's the breakout I'm looking for. I want 570, 575, something like that. 65 on the ask right now. I'm caught between the spreads. $65 on the ask. Not quite getting that break out. That flat top coiling. This area here that we got previous resistance 66 it was, so that's what I'm looking for, the break of that. 65. We can get 67, we should be good. There we go. Just gonna lock a little bit, reduce my exposure. Just slightly. Glad I did. Pulled all the way back. I can always get back in, that's not a problem. Good morning, Dunkers. Good to see you. I'll be finishing this stream shortly, but what I will be doing is, if you're in the Day Trade with Tony community, I think I've managed to work out how to stream in Discord, so I will be going live in Discord straight after this stream finishes. As soon as I get out of this trade. There we go. We've got stop tape. Small loss. Still think that's going to come good, but look, that's fine. So I'm going to wrap up the stream here, and I'll be going live in the Discord in about 10 minutes. So if you're in the community, come join me, and if you're not, I'll see you tomorrow. 10 minutes before the 10 minutes, an hour before the market opens. So that'll be 8:30 market time. It'll be 1:30 p.m. where I'm based here in Ireland. So in the meantime, no, I'll be watching the football, Flip Jug. I'll be watching the football tonight, Merseyside derby. So I'll be watching that. I've even got my Liverpool jumper on already. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll be 60 minutes before the market opens. And in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your afternoon.